Hey scholars, we now want to take a look at the idea of GAGAS, Generally Accepted Governmental Auditing Standards. We want to take a look at some of the threats and safeguards. How do they handle it? A couple of things you want to be aware of, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Yellow Book. So let's study this graphic and make sure we have an understanding of all of the significant items that you might be tested on the CPA exam. First of all, I'd like to emphasize that the Yellow Book, all right, with the Yellow Book, that means that you still have to comply with threats under the AICPA and threats under GAGAS, Generally Accepted Governmental Auditing Standards. You'll notice the threats under the AICPA, most commonly you'd have the adverse interest threat, the advocacy threat, those are clear ones. There are different threats that we have under GAGAS. One of those is the biased threat, all right? That is unique to GAGAS. Now, in this particular case, two classic examples. One, political party. Maybe you're associated with that political party or an affiliated one, or maybe the opposing party. Or maybe you have ideological differences. That creates a bias threat, which we don't see as one of the items under AICPA. So these are layered on top of the AICPA items. There's also a structural threat. Essentially, that would be when you have an inside job with the government, such as a state auditor. Note, within the middle, we have a lot of them that are similar. So the adverse interest threat and the advocacy threat are now referred to as bias threat and structural threat under GAGAS. The other ones are almost the same. Remember, you have the self-interest threat, the self-review threat, where obviously you have too many journal entries, the familiarity threat, long time on the audit, the undue influence threat, and the management participation threat. Each of those is very, very similar between the two, but you can see the two additional ones that sort of replace the adverse interest and advocacy are the bias threat and the structural threat. Two items to be aware of and make sure you know in case those questions arise on the CPA exam.